So Rajiv, do you have 2 or 3 tips for people who are considering smart cars and what they should do to protect their information or things they might want to consider?
So right now, I would say with the caveat that there is not a whole lot of awareness among the drivers or car owners of what the car is actually collecting. Over time, I think this will become more clear and more codified, where companies will have to disclose what they are collecting. But in terms of how they can protect themselves, they have to decide what data that they want to protect. For example, Oliver mentioned driving data. That comes over time. And there is very little a driver can do except for shutting off those features, which no driver would want to do, especially after they've spent all this money buying an important car or expensive car and car that's collecting all this data and helping them be safe. The other thing is demand from the company or your service provider. What are they collecting? And do they have permission to collect, and ask them what are they going to be doing with that data? One way I protected myself before I had the connected car was State Farm had sent me this little drive, and they said, we'll give you a discount if you plug this into your car. I looked at the discount. It's not worth the cost of giving up my privacy. So I didn't. I sent it back to them and I didn't use it. So this is one way consumers can do that. But outside of that, what the car is collecting, we don't even know what it's collecting, and we don't know what the company is doing with that data.
That's fantastic information, because this is what we're about. Voices of Privacy is about educating everybody, and we're always telling people, go learn about this. And as we're collecting all these devices, including smart cars, we have to educate ourselves about what it means.
And France, I always quote you and your study from many years ago that you presented at VCU, where you talked about how consumers cannot keep up with all the changes that happen, all the upgrades that happen to your devices, your operating system, and it resets all the settings, privacy settings. So finally, what happens is consumers just give up. They say, all right, I cannot keep up with that. You can have whatever you want.
So Rajiv and Oliver, thank you so much. This is so informative. I know everybody's going to be really listening to this and paying attention. And we really, really appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you both so much. This is just going to uncover so much more for our audience and consumers. And hopefully they will continue to stay tuned for more updates. But smart cars, and we're just scratching the surface.